Hey everybody, Allie Martin, visibility expert for small business owners. Today we are talking about my favorite topic, visibility. So this video will share with you how you can use visibility to grow your small business. So I'm just giving the basic step-by-step process of how you can get started. So keep watching and you will learn all about visibility. Let's jump right in. So first, what is visibility? And that's really the act of you getting visible online in front of your customers and those customers that you want to connect with. So we're not just getting visible online to anybody and everybody. We really want to connect with the right people. So I have certain areas that I focus on to grow that connect back to those potential customers and clients that you want to reach online. So the areas that I focus on most commonly are social media, funnels, emails, public relations, even traditional media, and those really can all work together. And there's a whole host of other areas that tap into visibility, and we will definitely cover those in future videos. But these are the ones that I really like to work on with my clients to make sure that these are all the steps are all in the right place and the messaging that they're using in all of these align with one another. These are really the areas that people pay the most attention to specifically, but there's definitely other pieces of the puzzle that maybe are more behind the scenes and maybe more subliminal and maybe not so apparent. So these are the big areas. So the emails that are going out from your funnel, from your freebie, does that align with your social media, your website, the media interviews you're doing, whether that be online or even traditional media like your local TV stations, your local paper? And really how these all work together. There's three areas that I like to focus on when we are looking at all of these platforms and kind of cross-connecting them and making sure everything's in alignment. It's really the messaging. So are you using the same tone with your audience when you're writing your social media copy than when you're writing your email copy? You definitely wouldn't want to, kind of be a snarky, comedic on social media and then be a very uptight, polished professional on your website. That would be very disconnected, and your potential customers would see that and notice it, and it would actually bring down your visibility. So messaging is really the number one area that we need to focus on whenever we are kind of starting this visibility process and making sure everything's in alignment. That messaging is really key. And that can even go further than copy that you're actually writing. It can translate into how you come across on podcast interviews. Are you that uptight professional that's giving lists? Or are you snarky and kind of funny and making jokes with the host? That's a very small piece to this, but it definitely, if it was out of alignment, people would notice. So making sure that messaging, written, verbal, it all is connected and it is all in alignment with one another. The branding is a piece that really can often be overlooked. Does your social media feed look like your website? Sometimes people will kind of throw a website together and it won't look super professional. And maybe they kind of half-heartedly post to their social media, so it's not very consistent. But then they have a luxury high-end retail space, and you wouldn't that would not connect with those other approaches, because again, having something out of alignment of the others really brings that credibility down, brings even your authority down, so that visibility just is discredited. So making sure that they all look cohesive. If you have gone through a rebrand and you have a new logo, ensuring that logo has been replaced in all the areas. And that includes doing Google searches and making sure that even things that show up on the results page 2 and 3 pages deep are also updated, because people will dig sometimes and then go, wait, this must be old because this has their old logo on it. People notice these things. And then finally, call to action. And I would argue that this is the most important piece, because this is what's going to get those potential customers to become paying customers and get them on your email list so that you can continue to communicate with them. So when you are posting on social media, and maybe you're talking about a sale you're going to have next weekend, and then you turn around and send an email to your email list, but you don't mention the sale. If people follow you and they see that and they go, oh, okay, they have a sale going on, and then they get an email from you and there's no mention of the sale, maybe they don't have the sale going on anymore. If they had a sale going on, they would mention it in the email. As you can see, that can really just provide a disconnect and be confusing to your audience. So the messaging is part of that, but call to action is really, what is that next step that you want your customers to take? So when you're on a podcast and they're wrapping up the conversation and they're saying, hey, Allie, where can our listeners find you? And I'm giving specific action that I want the listeners to take. And that specific action is used in almost every other social media post. It's in the signature line of every email I send out. It is a banner across my website. People have to have 7 exposure points before they will take action to do something. So if somebody is hearing about my social media success kit on a podcast for the very first time, they might go, oh, I might need that. That sounds like something I might need. And then they get on my email list from the freebie that I directed them to, and they get my emails and they see where that's mentioned in the email email signature line. And they see that 2 or 3 times and go, okay, that I definitely think that's something I need. They still don't purchase. And then finally, they have followed me on social media and they see a post about it and they go, okay, that's it. I've seen this 7 times now. I'm going to buy it. So you can see it's really a journey that your customer goes on. So we're ensuring that multiple steps along that journey are all cohesive with their visuals, with their copy, and we are really clear on who we are as a brand, as a company, and as a business owner. So I really like to look at all of this as we are just being crystal clear on who we are by making sure all of these pieces are in alignment. So this is just the very tip of the iceberg when it comes to visibility, and I'm so excited to be able to share more with you all because I really think these are tips that are really easy to enact, and most business owners aren't thinking about them because you have a million other things on your plate that you have to worry about. So if this is something that you want to learn more about, go on ahead and hit subscribe on my channel so that you can get notified the next time I have videos out like this. And if you have requests for specific topics that you would like me to cover in future videos, anything marketing related, public relations, you just drop it in the comments and I will definitely be adding that to my list of things to record. And can't wait to do this with you again soon. Thanks so much.